Luis?
Shaka, let me tell you something. Sorry, guys. Let me tell you something. You won in... You tell me that you won, you are a keeper, and you won in front of you defenders that cannot have a balanced hands. They have to defend on these days with the hands at their back, and you know that. And defenders, they can open the legs, because in the moment they open the legs and they touch, they're going to make a penalty. How these players are going to defend? I just don't see how a defender on these days cannot balance themselves against quick players, skillful players that cannot touch, move the leg, open their arms to have a little bit of balance, to touch a player, because it's going to go to VAR and be checked. Why in these penalties where is a player on the move, is a player moving the leg, trying to be away of the defenders, is not being checked? Why that referee doesn't go there? It's because it's his decision. If he saw something and he decided that, no, it's on my own. Guys, you checked it, it's fine. For me, it's a penalty. You have to go and check because it's a penalty. It's a big difference. The game is very close, it's very tight, and at the end, you give the 3 points to a Real Madrid side that I think on this game, they didn't deserve. So I think in this kind of occasion, even though there is interpretation, go there, it's 30 seconds, check, and you say, yeah, VAR says, I keep going. But at the moment, you have to give a little bit more to the defenders that on these days, they cannot just move inside the box.
I totally agree with that, in that the referee has to go over and check. And regardless of what we say about VAR and how technologies change the game, it's still, a lot of it still comes down to human interpretation. And this is as clear an example as any. If I'm refereeing the game and I go over and check, I interpret it as a penalty. If Luis is refereeing the game, he sees it and he says, no penalty. And we accept that different referees officiate games differently. That's part and parcel of it. And especially in cases where it's close, it's open for interpretation, I am in 100% agreement with Luis. The referee has to go over and check. And if he then comes over and explains, as I did, you say, okay, penalty. If he then explains, as Luis did, you say, okay, no penalty. That's how the referee sees it. We know, we understand, we accept that different referees referee games differently. The expectation that because VAR is involved, that we are going to get this consistent level of officiating regardless. And that's not true. Whether VAR is there or not, it comes down to the person on the pitch. And this incident, more than any, shows exactly why referees have to have that due diligence. Go over, check. You can, and I've made the argument in the past, even go further and explain how you interpreted, why you came to that decision.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.